Talking about the politics of Canada, especially Ontario. I am Peter Beimers, two-time candidate for the New Blue Party of Ontario. Let's get to it. Happy New Year. I hope 2026 will be a good one for you. And as we've already seen in a few short days, it might be a new year, but the same old bleeding hearts, the elbows up crowd. The Liberals are showing their hypocrisy again, being on the wrong side of history. At this point, let's just agree they're looking for some sort of validation, some meaning in their virtue signaling in their otherwise very non-busy lives. You'd think with so much time on their hands, they'd be able to do just a little bit of research before grabbing the nearest angry sign. So many of them are scrambling, as they say, for their Venezuela declarations so soon after putting down their Ukrainian declarations just in time for their No Kings party. Speaking of no kings, isn't it ironic that less than 80 days of insisting President Trump was acting like a dictator king, they're now sympathizing and calling for the release of an actual dictator king? I'm pretty sure they don't understand nor care about that or the irony of it all. Their mantra is simple: whatever, hate everything Trump does, support the opposite regardless of the level of evil. And they say he's doing it for the oil. Well, what do you think the reason was for Russia and China doing their thing and invading Venezuela and supporting the communist dictator there? You think they were just there for the recipes and for the sunshine? So, this is a channel talking about how this affects Canada and particularly Ontario. And I think that's a great question. With this being in the news, some have said, well, now that the United States has Venezuelan oil, or they're there for the oil, let's just say they're correct, and they are there for that, rather than removing a dictator who's killing his own people and removing anybody who disagreed with him by military force. But let's just set that aside, and let's just go with the benefit of the doubt here and say he did it for the oil. Now, some are saying if he's getting Venezuela's oil, he will not need Canada's crude exports. And true, Canada's main crude export destination is the United States, and it is by far it's not even close. But if they drop the percentage of crude oil from Canada, say by half, 20%, whatever, or even 100%, I don't know. What then? I believe this could turn out to be a good thing for Canada. I believe that this could very well be the kick in the pants for Canada, and particularly here in Ontario and for Eastern Canada, is the kick in the pants that we need. Because exporting less means that the supply here is greater. So what do we do with this extra supply that we now are no longer exporting? Now, let's be frank about this. The export is coming from Western Canada. And I believe the answer is simple. Canada needs to export to Canada. Today, the West refines their own crude oil into gasoline, diesel, and natural gas. But Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritimes imports their gasoline and their diesel mostly from the United States. They don't get it from Western Canada. In the Maritimes, natural gas for homes is nearly impossible to come across. It's unbelievably expensive, even if it's an option. Canada needs to, regardless really of what happens with the United States and with U.S. crude exports and with Venezuela, that aside, what Canada needs to do is finally sit down and tell Quebec, you're getting a pipeline. And I think we need to get a pipeline going out east from the west through Canada. Let's not depend on exporting to the U.S. or importing U.S. gasoline and diesel and natural gas into Ontario and Quebec. Let's reduce the cost of living here. Let's reduce gas prices for your car. Let's reduce diesel prices for trucks, which in turn would reduce business expenses, which in turn would reduce cost of living. Let's reduce heating costs east of Manitoba for the rest of Canada. Maritimes can finally talk about enjoying some natural gas heating. So if Premier Ford was smart, and if he's as innovative as he thinks he is, he'd open up and let Esso or Petro-Canada build more refineries on Ontario. Currently, we only have 4 refineries in Ontario. I say, why not double that? That would create more jobs. It would reduce the cost of living, and let's get that pipeline built going out east. Oh, wait. Queen's Park is still on holidays till the middle to the end of March. I guess the provincial conservatives aren't quite as interested in reducing the cost of living after all. I hope that's job one when they come back at the end of March. Hey, let's open up some refineries here in Ontario. Let's reduce the cost of living for people here in Ontario. And that's my take for this week. So, this whole Venezuelan thing, if the U.S. does decide not to go with Canada's crude oil anymore and take as much from us, it might turn out to be a silver lining. It might just be the kick in the pants that we finally need to get this thing going. Well, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. And if you like what you hear, share with your friends, like, and subscribe for when new videos are posted every Monday night. And for the Blue Jays news, off-season baseball news, they signed that Japanese bat for that third baseman. I did not see that coming. I did not think they had a chance getting them. Anyways, now I think their lineup is complete. They got enough bats. I think Bichette and Tucker, good luck to you. It's now time to build on that bullpen. Let's strengthen that up.